Hey everyone, welcome back to GS Inspires. I'm George, and today we're diving into one of the most legendary stories in financial history, how Warren Buffett made his very first $1 million. Before we begin, take a second to hit that subscribe button and tap the like if you're ready to learn from one of the smartest minds in the world of investing. Let's get inspired. Warren Buffett was not born into wealth. He wasn't handed a company or a fortune, or even a clear roadmap. What he had instead was curiosity, obsession with numbers, and the desire to think long-term while everyone else focused on short wins. Buffett was born in Omaha, Nebraska in 1930. At the age of just 6, he bought packs of Coca-Cola from his grandfather's store and sold them door to door for a small profit. He was already thinking like an entrepreneur before he was even in high school. At 11 years old, Buffett made his first stock purchase. He bought 3 shares of Citi's Service Preferred for himself and 3 for his sister at $38 a share. The stock dropped to $27 and then climbed back to $40. Warren sold it immediately. But the lesson came fast and hard. After he sold, the stock kept rising to $200 a share. Buffett later said that this experience taught him one of the most powerful investing lessons of his life. Be patient, think long-term. This wasn't just a childhood hobby. He was obsessed. By the time he was a teenager, Warren was running multiple micro-businesses, selling newspapers, golf balls, and even renting out pinball machines to local barbershops. He filed his first tax return at age 14, deducting his bicycle as a business expense. Still, he was far from a millionaire, but the foundation was set. After college and a rejection from Harvard Business School, he enrolled at Columbia, where he studied under Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. There, Buffett absorbed Graham's philosophy. Buy something worth $1 for 50 cents. When Buffett finished school, he wanted to work for Graham. He offered to work for free. Graham said no. But Buffett persisted, and eventually Graham gave him a job at his investment partnership. Working with Graham gave Buffett more than just training. It gave him a strict discipline about buying undervalued companies with a margin of safety. But Warren had even bigger dreams. He returned to Omaha in 1956 and started something small. Buffett Partnership, Ltd. He began with just $105,000, pooled from family and friends. But Warren himself only put in $100. His strategy? Simple but rare. He looked for deeply undervalued companies, cigar butts, he called them. Companies that might only have 1 or 2 good puffs left, but you could buy them for almost nothing. One of his first big wins came with a company called Sanborn Map. The company was being traded for less than the value of the assets on its balance sheet. Buffett dug deep, found the opportunity, and invested a huge chunk of the partnership's money in it. When the market corrected and recognized the value, he made a solid return and moved on to the next. He repeated this process again and again. He was ruthless about his research. He read every financial statement, every footnote, every SEC filing he could find. He didn't follow tips. He didn't trade emotionally. He only bought when the numbers made sense. By 1962, Warren Buffett's partnership had grown to over $7 million, and Warren's personal stake in the fund passed the $1 million mark. He was just 32 years old. But here's the part people forget. Buffett didn't get rich fast. He got rich smart. He stayed away from hype. He ignored the noise. While everyone else was trying to get rich trading the next big thing, Buffett was quietly compounding, investing in boring but profitable businesses that no one else wanted to look at. That first million wasn't a stroke of luck. It was the result of years of focus, discipline, obsession with value, and a willingness to be different. So many people try to skip steps, chase shortcuts, or wait for the perfect moment. But Buffett didn't wait. He started small, stayed smart, and let compound interest do the heavy lifting. He didn't need to invent anything. He didn't need to be flashy. He just needed to be consistent. That first million would later turn into billions, but none of it would have happened without that foundational phase. Starting young, thinking long-term, doing the work no one else wanted to do. Today, Warren Buffett is worth over $100 billion, but his first million was the most important because it proved to him and to the world that discipline beats luck and patience beats panic. If this story inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button Subscribe to GS Inspires and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next powerful story we share. Remember, every success has a starting point. Yours might just be today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you.